کاوش مدیا.
One is Iranian nationalism, which is Iran wants to be treated as a sort of an equal at the table with the United States and the other members. So it basically says, and this is what the Iranian parliamentary law that was passed to force the government to not comply with the nuclear deal, was that Iran should not be more in compliance than the other signatories. So since they haven't been in compliance at all with the US withdrawal and maximum pressure, they are demanding that Iran reduce its compliance. And the supreme leader of Iran said, yes, I agree to compliance with compliance, but we are not a lesser third world country, shouldn't be treated that way, that we move way ahead of the US. For every step the US takes, we have to take 6. He basically said US has to catch up with us because US is less compliant. But I also want to say, the Middle East is now more dangerous than it was in 2016 because it's not Iran-Saudi rivalry. In fact, I probably Houston is more controversial to say Saudi Arabia is a declining power in the region, largely because of petrodollars and the change in the geopolitics of oil. But also, if you look at it, they folded in Syria, they folded in Lebanon, and they also failed in Yemen. So this is not a regional power that can stand up to Iran in any meaningful way. Every time Israel has threatened Iran, people immediately say, well, Hezbollah is going to attack Israel. That tells you everything. That tells you that that's basically their deterrence and counter-offensive measure. So Iranians don't have F-35s, they have Hezbollah. And they keep investing on that because it's been a very successful strategy for them. And now they are also present in Syria, they're present in Iraq, they have forces that they can deploy in Afghanistan. So in a way, it's a military strategy that supports Iran's position. Now, you could say it's a defensive way of thinking after Iraq invaded Iran, but it also has become offensive in many quarters. So I don't see this proxy war going away without having a broader conversation about security around the region. I mean, the Iranians will not accept giving up missiles and giving up on Hezbollah and militias if the United States is giving hundreds of billions of dollars in missiles, aircrafts, sophisticated weaponry to their rivals. It's about an arms race.
آنچه در مورد ما میگویند